Thank you for tuning into The Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Ariel Morocco. Peter is the director of the 12th Division of the ACIO, Advanced or Alien Contact Intelligence Organization. Jessica is a galactic liaison and the interdimensional seer. Together they will discuss the most current updates from the ACIO, Council of Five, and other extraterrestrial sources regarding many influences on our planet today. Our new format allows you to ask questions and hear the answers from the previous show. Post your question in the comment section below the YouTube video. Disclosures, Insider, intel that keeps you updated with planetary changes.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We have some updated news from Peter the Insider. This is Disclosures, and you are listening to the newest and most updated information from Peter the Insider. So, hello Peter, how are you?
Hello, thank you for inviting me again, and considering all the crazy circumstances, good, thank you for asking.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, we're thrilled that, you're able to come and speak with us. We just recently had an interview, and now we have something else that's very important that just happened. And I would like for you to share with everyone what exactly happened, what this means, and what are the next steps.
To be perfectly honest, I don't know where should I start, because everything is ongoing and mixing together, and I think that this may not matrix, but I'm talking like matrix, as you can see, matrix display, right? And the pattern, huge pattern, finally starts to make a sense. For us, at least for us in ACIO. I started last week the show, because technically what was the last show about? Mainly, right? It was a special show for first year anniversary after John Cusack's murder, right? And what we found out, it wasn't such a big deal because it's only 1 week, right? What is big deal, that there is intergalactic war, and those crazy creatures, they've been living in delusion. This is not misunderstandings or crazy ideas. This is delusion. I'm talking about people from Monarch, from Umbrella, and from Mobius. So they I don't want to say they started intergalactic war, definitely not. What I'm talking about is how they make profit, huge profit from it. And that's my question. What do you think? How can they possibly can make a huge profit from it? No, I'm serious. What do you think?
Well, Peter, I think that there's something that humans have that have value to some of these old beings that are becoming depleted, as you mentioned. And recently I found something that was very, very strange, and that you said that they were using some of the human organs, and I literally saw them encouraging the how can I say it? I mean, this is the removal of the male part from the body. You said that they were looking for organs. I saw that happening. as an exchange of energy, of some sort of energy, and
Male part, you mean like?
yeah, the sexual.
You mean male part? Okay,
Yeah,
you mean a
yeah.
sexual organ? Okay, got
Organ,
it.
yeah. And they, it reminded me, I started looking at some of these ancient beings that had the worship of the phallus, which is the obelisk, and the symbols, all these different symbologies regarding the phallus. And then I thought, well, I had a vision of them actually, the castrations and some of the eunuchs and all that kind of stuff was actually an offering. Is that what's going on here?
Yes, and try to look at it from this point of view, because believe it or not, the stuff is that obelisks are all around the world, and that's the most ridiculous thing, that even in Vatican is one.
Yeah, yeah, and there's also the pine cones. Now, some people believe the pine cones also are a reference to a phallus.
Yep, you are right.
So now the Anunnaki, or who is it?
No, you are not right. Once again, you are not right.
Ancient Sumerian?
Yes, ancient Sumerian, but I am talking about Anunnakis. They are long gone. There are Elohims and Nephilims. You need to consider this, right?
Right. Okay.
So Anunnakis are doing all kind of bad stuff, yeah. And I almost forget very important stuff, okay? Very important stuff. That once you mentioned the male organ, if you want to call it this way, that this male organ is, if we can call it like an obelisk, right? Is always placed in a circle. What is the symbolic meaning of how can I call it politely, female organ? Do you know what I mean? So these are, I mean, those obelisks, okay? Those are not only obelisks like regular ones. Those are energetic centers, right?
Right, that's exactly what I was referring to.
Yes, you are absolutely right. And once they are in certain specific, I don't know, like shape, and I'm talking three-dimensional shape, so I'm not talking only about, I don't know, like specific directions and specific directions and length, respectively ranges, but also I'm talking about how height, because I don't know, there are few meters or something. They are on the almost on the surface of the sea. I don't want to say on the coast, but do you know what I'm trying to say? And some of them are very high in the mountains. So this specific this specific placement of them, they are creating energetic centers. And those energetic centers, we noticed in last few months that those energetic centers were activated in last few months.
Right, and so the question is I had a vision I saw this, I thought it was a female sitting in a corner, and it was actually a boy who had his private parts removed, right? And it was sort of manipulated, and he didn't want that. And they said that this was Monarch influenced this. This is what I was hearing. Monarch influenced this because it was valuable as a trade. Whatever the beings wanted that trade, and so they're encouraging this kind of activity to go on. And then I started seeing, the hieroglyphics, or not the hieroglyphics, but some of the old archaeological stuff. So
I know what you are trying to say.
Yeah. So then I was thinking, has this been an offering, a type of offering used in the past, and now it's still the same beings that are still looking for this exchange, but they're getting humans to consent to it, not realizing what the energy is actually doing, and they're giving away their energy.
Yes, you are right, but technically they did it willingly. I mean, for free will, because their minds were hacked. I mean,
sort of free will, but there was manipulation.
They were manipulated, so they believed that it was good, and they did it of also called fake free will. Right.
So are they forfeiting an aspect of their soul in doing that?
Of course.
Okay.
And it is, and try to think about one ancient culture. I mean, yes, of course, all cultures have some things, such things like that. But there was only one ancient culture. They are dealing. Sorry, my bad. I mean, yes, they are still dealing with intimate and all kind of those stuff. But they did it for I don't know how many thousands of years. Try to guess which culture.
That they were doing this practice for thousands of years?
Yeah.
I want to say that there's a couple of them that I would consider.
But only one. It's they made
Egypt.
No, what?
Egypt?
No, definitely not. Ancient Indian culture from India.
India, really? I wouldn't have thought of India.
They made they made chapels, and those chapels they have they have engravings, sculptures all around them, from both from inside and outside, and those engravings, it was I don't want to sound like a perv, but it's true. It was sexual, like positions.
Oh yeah, like the
Kama Sutra. You mean
Kama Sutra?
Yeah,
Kama Sutra stuff. Yeah.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm talking about like more like kind of Baal, Molech, and those kind of things that offer, whether it's children or I didn't know if they would take some of the sexual aspects as well.
Yes, you are right, but I'm talking about the stuff that they actually worship, those merging and exchanging energy, because they believed, and it wasn't only about the question of believing. It's actually truth, and they found it. I don't know how many 5,000 or 6,000 years ago.
Right.
That during sexual, I don't know, like during this sexual stuff, this is the best best way how to change energies. I don't want to say energies or energy at all, but some sort of high class energy, if you want to call it this way. And they made a worship of this stuff to next level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the stuff is that those kind of private corporations, they found it out that, oh, okay, we have such a good knowledge. Why the hell not? And the hell not, it means they once they got it how to make time machines, not a problem, not a big deal. They make a time jump to those times, and they literally stole their books of wisdom, if you want to call it this way. And they misused in I don't want to say our time, but we can call it, like, we can talk about 20th century, like early 20th century, I mean 1920s, and till nowadays they did it. Technically it's, I don't know, like, we can call it like last 100 years, something like that.
And this is Monarch, Mobius. Which one are you talking about?
Monarch, they did their part of work once they invent reliable and very reliable and very and very precise time machine. Why reliable? Because there were extremely big problems even with starting to get to the past in the first place, and precise. It was complicated to get in certain time. I mean, I don't know, like year or something, right? So that was their part of work. And Mobius, because it was impossible, right? Literally impossible to send people, I don't know, any kind of highly intelligent entities to the past. They created their kind of matrix for them, for those entities, because it wasn't only people, right? Many other ET, I mean extraterrestrial races, and they made this dream world, if you wanna call it this way. I mean, Matrix, as it was shown in Matrix movie, respectively, dream within a dream and within a dream, how it is shown in Inception movie. And that's a problem, that this is disclosure, and people don't believe it because it's only part of the sci-fi TV shows and movies. That's that's the main part of the problem.
So Monarch, going back in time and creating this other matrix.
No. Monarch.
Mobius.
No, you are not right. Monarch are, if you wanna call it this way, right? Monarch are respectively is providing those back in time stuff, and because those intelligent entities, they will get to insanity. They will lose their sanity, So technically, Mobius they created, or respectively they are creating, also called ad hoc matrices. Ad hoc, it means like very special stuff,
Right.
only for this specific case. Do you know what I mean? That's it.
Okay, so, but we had talked about this earlier, that there are this matrix
Yeah.
that they kind of I don't know, is it inserted or however this was, or superimposed upon our our original matrix, which created the babushka effect, which is
Yes, you are right.
right. So, and then
Also called babushka lady, yes,
Yeah.
or if you wanna call it this way, like matryoshka, yeah, in Russian language, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, and you said the Russian people who are, people that they were quite brilliant in the sense that they kind of understood our reality and created the babushka, which is having a sense and awareness of how the world is,
And technically not how the world is, but how the world doesn't exist, and what are the tricks behind the truth existence and the fake, I mean, made up existence. And that's the reason, because it was in ability of Eastern people from Eastern world. That is the reason why people from Western world was brainwashed through or respectively thanks to mainstream media, that people from Eastern world are bad. I don't want to say, definitely not, that all people from Western world are this meaning, or respectively they believed to this, but that's the reason. It's practically the same why people from Western world hate Karl Marx and Engels, because they get it, why capitalism is bad. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know that communism is, I don't want to say it's perfect. Idea of it is perfect, but it is impossible to get it. I mean, to implement it into a reality, because people, how can I say it? Even 99.9% periodic person, people will be good. The rest, the small rest, people are bad. They are twist-minded,
Right.
and that's the how can I say it? Those people, those small, extremely small amount of people, they will rule the world.
Right.
And
Either
that's
way,
the reason-
either dynamic, it's
yes.
it ends up being, it doesn't matter what the basis is, it seems like it still ends up the same result.
Yes, respect. You are absolutely right, because technically, in the reality, in the real world, it is not ideal world, and it's impossible to. It is impossible to make all the people's minds as a good mind. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Yes, everything will was fine, it's fine, and will be fine. No, it's a big no. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Definitely not.
Yeah, so that's because it's built in the matrix that there's going to be problems.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the reason, because people don't want to see that they are living in matrix, and it is not that people are seeing it, they don't want to see. And once people will wake up, this is bullshit. We are living in something. It is not real. Then, not socialism, because nowhere in the world was communism. Definitely not. Once people will wake up, that no, definitely not. All of those things are bullshit. They are feeding us with lies. Then communism will be theory. What is only theory in these days, because people are living in the matrix. What is bullshit, right? Then will be it able to come to the truth, right?
Yeah.
To be real. But once people are feeding with lies, and they do not, this is not the main part of the problem. Main part of the problem is that they want to be fed with lies. They are living in bad reality, bad world. But this is their choice, not our choice. We are awakened. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that some of these overlay of realities that were manufactured will be removed at some point?
I don't know. The question is if it will be will of the people or not. I don't know.
So it's determined by the will of the people as to whether or not it influences us.
Definitely yes.
Okay.
Definitely yes. It is not about me, you, or I don't know. It is if people want to see the truth. No, this is not about us. This is about, and this is it. Not majority. I'm talking about like 50 and 50 0 1 1 1 1 1. You know, periodical. No, percentage. No, I am talking about critical percentage. What means maybe on some stuff I'm talking about good stuff. There, I don't know, like 15, maybe 20% is enough. And from quantitative starts to, it will be turned to qualitative change. We don't know, but that's the problem. Once people don't start to change their minds, and once people start to want to be light, we can't do anything.
Is there any way to, because technically it's the same ones that created the Matrix are the same ones that are creating the mind control.
Yeah.
Is there any way to kind of get through to the people where it's breaking down some of the mind control?
Yes, you're right.
What is the best process to do that?
It's only will of people, itself.
So then we will the others to awaken.
No, you can't force.
No, not force, but we can ask to help them see through it, right?
Yes, but you what you all can is ask them. Kindly ask them.
Right.
Because once someone start to attack you, either verbally or physically, it doesn't matter. Your possibilities, your options, choices, that it ends. It ends.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And once why I am still maybe circling, if you wanna call it this way, still to first anniversary on John Cusack murder. The stuff is that he figured out a lot of stuff, and then he moved us forward, in many points of view. He got so many stuff, such a brilliant info about especially about those three companies. I'm talking about the Monarch, Umbrella, and Mobius. And I even don't know where should I start. It's so crazy, believe me, so crazy.
The last time you talked to me, you were discussing how he found some underground bunkers, and that was kind of the...
No, definitely not the bunkers. You are wrong. DUMBs, because bunker is only bunkers.
Or is it DOMB? Yeah, no, you're right.
Yes.
So you that's was the beginning when they started to be aware of him.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what put him in danger, right?
Yes.
So, what has happened since then, since we've spoken? Have you got any more information? Because we were talking about the geocaching as well.
Yes, you are right. And in geocaching, they were so smart, and the stuff is that we found out new piece of info, two pieces of these USB flashes or something like that, if you want to call it this way, and there are tremendous of amounts of info because there are 1 terabytes, right? And I mean, I'm talking about him and his fiancée. They found out this crazy network of DUMBs all around the, technically all down around of you know, of the stuff down under in Europe. That is crazy.
So what are you going to do from here? What information opens up at this point?
The craziest stuff, I think that they are trading. I'm talking about the Monarch. They are trading with juvenile souls. That's craziest, at least for me.
How are they getting these juvenile souls?
Try to guess. It's urban legend. Yeah, but it's not urban legend. Definitely not. It's true. I'm talking about who? Try to think. Slenderman.
Through Slenderman is like luring them in?
Yep. And there is also called Slender Lady. She's so cute. She's, I don't know, like Slenderman. Of course he's tall, extremely tall, and he's like, I don't know, late 30s, maybe early 40s, and she's so cute. I mean, really nice. And if both of them are approaching, there are those beams, like what is the comparison? Oh, I got it. Like beams of her heart, like boom, boom, you know, something. And that's it. That's pretty much it.
So they're coming in through the astral, through the dream space. How are they connected to these kids?
Definitely not. It is, and that's the problem. That's the main part of the problem. It is random. I mean, those are random streets and that's a problem. No one is around, and it's perfect normal day. And they are Slenderman is going after young people. I'm talking about, like, I don't know, from 13 to 14 to maybe 16, 17. And Slender Woman, she's getting to young teenage. I don't want to say young woman, but teenage girls.
Like preteen, like
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
13. Yeah.
13, 14, it's starting age to 16, maybe 17, and that's the end of story. And that's the problem, because you told me that in the during the process of demonstration in the Balkan area, I'm talking about Croatia, Serbia, it was crazy. The cameras, and then camcorders. It was like, what the heck is that? On the edge of the road, normal populated road. I mean road, like there was houses. And few days after that, I'm talking about what was happening. The lights starting to flicker on the normal day, and people were distracted with something else inside the houses. They only noticed that lights start to flicker, right?
Mhm.
And after that few days, and I'm not kidding you, Slendermans and Slater ladies, I'm talking about men and ladies, because respectively men and women, they was captured with cameras and camcorders.
Oh, this over the Balkans.
Yeah, but not only in Balkan region. It was in Bratislava, what is capital city of Slovakia, my homeland, and in Prague, what is capital city of Czech Republic. What is like we were we created one republic for more than 70 years. That's crazy.
Yeah. So was this during some of the peaceful protests, or is this unrelated?
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So
and that's the
wow.
problem. How can happen something like that during the protests? Then there were thousands, maybe hundreds of people. This is crazy. And it wasn't on the evening or something during the night. It was during the normal days. And I'm talking that it is positive because on those photos and video footage, it was the day. So they are so cheeky. I am talking about Monarch.
All right, so I mean, are these actual beings? Are these ETs, or are they
they
androids?
They are so cheeky, so cocky. That's
I know what you mean. But I was trying to figure out is, are they a species, or are they an android? What are they?
They are. That's the problem. We are thinking that they are some crazy ass mixture of energetic based living, sort of energetic based living form. They can get they can get be, how can I say that, physical. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They can get corporated. Do you know what I mean?
Are they plasma? Like plasma, you mean?
Yes, but problem is that some sort of plasma that even you touch them, you will feel like a real body. That's the problem. Yeah. And
so
because
that they are not they are not an android.
we believe that they are some part of Android and some part
Right. That's what I was feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. And many parts of hybrids, either hybrids or crossbreeds. That's a problem. And because they are plasmatic and on the first place, and they have crazy ass highly energetical potential, they are able to get the souls from young people.
What happens to the young people then?
That's a problem. They have no soul.
Is this where the black-eyed children come in?
Yeah. And you are reading my mind. Especially Alice. This is absolutely crazy. This is, and I will not watch my language. This is next level shit. Because who will resist to help small small girl? She's so cute. What the heck?
But it's a hook. And they had that situation about Slenderman telling these two little girls to kill another girl. I don't know, it was about 10 years ago maybe, in the news.
Yeah.
And so
because of course it's the young, because technically it's young, late 30s, respectively early 40s, young, handsome looking, and of course with the high quality suit, wearing a high quality suit, young and handsome looking man, respectively young, handsome looking woman, is the different story, But who will resist to help cute little girl, respectively cute little boy? Who? Tell me, who?
Well, when I was 18 years old, I met someone that was very, very skinny, who was wearing a suit. And I'm wondering, can you tell me whether that was a Slenderman?
Yep. I don't want to say 100%, but it looks like that. Yeah.
He said that he called himself Jesus Christ, and I said I knew he wasn't. But
definitely not.
No, but I mean, he was like, I knew he was blatantly lying to me, but there was something about him that I felt like I didn't want to go near him, like very uncomfortable with him. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I was 18 years old, so this has been going on for a long time. Yeah.
Well, believe you bet that that's true.
Yeah.
This is absolutely crazy. Believe me.
So they're looking to harvest. Yeah, because he propositioned me. You know what I mean? And I was frightened. But unfortunately, some people that don't have discretion, they don't know about it. So are they taking the souls back to Monarch, or are they?
Yes, because they need young soul.
What can we do? The people that have come to me with problems with their children, is there any way to get their children back if they've been taken?
Yeah, but with the different, and that's the problem. Many people will not like it, what I'm talking about. Deformed, so deformed in a very, very, very bad way.
What's deformed? Their soul becomes deformed? Yeah. But can they heal though? Can they heal? If there was,
yeah, but only with light beings. I'm talking about astral beings, if you wanna call it this way.
to help them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is there any way we can...
And that's very rare cases.
Is there any way we can get all of those children back to where they belong?
Definitely not. It's very low percentage. I'm talking very low percentage. I'm talking, I don't know, like 1, 2, maybe 3% at the most.
How do people protect their children from something?
There is no chance. And that's the problem.
Or maybe to inform them to stay away from any energies.
No,
like
you
that?
can't. You can't to do this.
Even if it's your child?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because that's the fate. That's
their
the fate. That's the fate. How they are doing with people. But this is not only about people. This is the situation with every single species. That's the reason why they are so rich. And this is not only rich about, how can I say it, a material rich. They are rich in information way. They are rich in the way of technology. This is it. Right?
Well, if they create a matrix, then they create the rules within the matrix.
Nope. I am talking about. Now I am talking about Monarch. They created the matrix. Sorry, my bad. They are doing the time jumps. Monarch. They are doing the time jumps. Matrix created Mobius. This is totally different story.
But they're not connected to the Slenderman. It's only Monarch that's connected to Slenderman.
Yep. But technically it doesn't matter because every single private corporation who needs some sort of energy and good position of I don't know, trading with another parts, respectively sites in this I don't know, crazy ass intergalactic war. They don't hesitate to do this. And this is not only about trading with organs and mankind organs or soul energy or something. No, it is everything you want and you can expect. Maybe you can imagine all kind of bad stuff, and I don't want to say bad stuff. Worst of the worst stuff you can possibly imagine. I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to hide from people, but I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to spread the fear or how can I say it? Hopeness less. No, I don't want to do
that. No, and I don't think there's any reason to say that, and people understand, and there are people that want to hear like the happy news, and there's lots of places where they can go to hear that. But
yes,
if people want to know the disclosure of what's actually going on, and then maybe we can have a better understanding and sort it out, because I think knowledge is power. And
I know, but I don't want to do this because I don't want to be the one who is spreading the fear and hopelessness.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
definitely not.
All right. So you talk about whatever you feel comfortable. I mean, I understand, and I think that, having levels of discretion and when you can reveal certain things is probably it's timing and when people are ready, because they're still trying to figure out some other things.
Yes,
And this
and
is, yeah,
that's the stuff that, believe me or not, believe it or not, during these 10 years, John Cusick cooperated with us, and he did not share a lot of stuff with us because he was very precise, and he worked hard for us. He was very precise, and he definitely did not like to share with us uncompleted and unprecisely made info, and with us. And the stuff is that they know that he doesn't like this, and they want to use it for their their good, their own good, and that's the reason why he needs to be removed, if you want to call it this how can I say it, polite way, because technically removed it means to be killed, right?
yeah. So that, I mean, how does that put me in danger for talking about some of this stuff?
But this is it. This is the risks, because technically I am in danger too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Everyone is in danger who is talking about the stuff.
Absolutely.
Try to get Monarch people. I mean, I'm talking about the people they escaped the Monarch experiments. They hide it, but they get out from the anonymity, and they allowed to create. I know it was definitely very, very modified, but it was their story, and they allowed to get a whole computer game. I mean, I'm talking about Life is Strange, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah,
they put themselves in such a crazy as danger.
right. So
Because-
these are the people that were assisted and escaped out of Monarch.
Yes, you are
Yes.
absolutely right. No. You are not right in the term that they was actually. I don't want to say people, because they were not mankind 100%.
Right, the
but
hybrids.
yeah, some sort of hybrid,
Yeah.
but they were the subjects, because Monarch people they were experimenting on them was such a they had such a level of craziness, of twist. They were such crazy as twist minded that they not called them by their names. It doesn't matter such names. They called them only subjects, and with I don't want to say numbers, or maybe letters, but it was alphanumerical strength. For example, I don't know, like 2 for 1 ACB or ACD, for 2 DF or something, right?
Mhm.
And that's crazy.
And that was their identity.
Yeah.
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 But that's the way Monarch identifies the ones that they take in, that they're considered, like you said, a number and letters combined.
This is crazy. And they even don't know how old they were when they were taken. They only believe. And they don't know which part of the world were taken.
Wow.
even from English, German, I don't know which speaking countries. This is crazy.
So,
this is next level of twist-mindedness of Monarch people.
so,
This is crazy.
so those that are hybrid are more appealing to them because they use them for their agendas and have them go on their, I don't know if you call them missions or whatever they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, people have talked about seeing circles of, children standing around a circle doing things. Is that typically Monarch doing that and bringing in children to a reality to manifest something?
Yeah, that's a problem. And that's the stuff that most of them are, how can I say that? They are suffering with such a, they are suffering from I don't know, like autism, or maybe Asperger's syndrome, what is lower level of autism. It's something like being not normal, fully normal, but being light, very, very light autist or something like, because once there is, how can I say that, there is very, very low, I don't want to say low, but very, very tiny border between being a genius and being insane. I mean, like fool. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And this is it. This is exactly it. And those kind of info we was not able with our perfect, I don't want to say perfect, but highly skilled people. Of course, not people, but do you know what I'm trying to say? People in ACIO. All those kind of info we gained, we was able to get via respectively because of John Cusack work, very worshipped kind of worked, because no one else is except him, and then his fiancée was able to get it. And why I'm talking about his fiancée, because of course she was a highly skilled archaeologist, and instead she was killed with the same age as he was, and they were killed only 27 years old. They were so brilliant that it was very similar that John was so good in matching all kind of those things together. She was perfect in being an archaeologist and get those kind of these lines and technologies to work. I mean, all kind of those ancient stuff. And this is the true reason why they needed to be eliminated. Not those kind of bullshits about that they write the stuff. I mean, that he wrote the stuff about local oligarchs in Middle Europe, and she was just a random victim that because she was on in wrong place on the wrong time. Definitely not. And mainstream media don't want to get those things like a fact, solid fact. And my question is, why? That's my question. Why? And even alternative media, no single sign of such show such article. My question is why? Why?
They definitely want to hide away
Yeah,
what he did.
definitely. You are right.
And if there's any interest in him, then they know that people will start digging a little deeper to find out
Yeah,
what
you
was
are right.
going on. Yeah. And that's the way it works. I mean, if you can make someone seem like they're very unimportant, then nobody really cares. And then the truth doesn't ever come out about what was going on. But it's fortunate that, he was so smart that he left all that information that you could find out what he was doing, but all the different tactics that they've been hiding. So that was, at a great loss and sacrifice.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
The age of 27 there's a long history of musicians and all sorts of people that.
And this is another idea I just want to talk about. This is very symbolic. Another very symbolic stuff.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Oh, say it again, Peter, because I think we lost you for a second.
Isn't this crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy. So, there's a celebrity history of a certain people that, at that age of 27, if they can make it past there as a musician.
Yeah.
The 27 Club, I think they call it.
Yeah, 27 Club, but it's like from 26 or 25 to 28, maybe 29, doesn't matter. But it is like 1 or 2 years plus, minus, respectively, plus. Yeah, you are right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. So, you've been on the topic of Mobius. Do you have an update about what's been going on in Detroit and the FAC regarding Mobius?
What do you think? What is going on? No, I want to get you into this because I think you like this topic.
I feel like I have I can sense that these androids it's almost like they're very strange. They're kind of they send off some kind of frequency. I almost feel like I've had some of them even coming through my chat room or my comments area. I don't know what's going on, and I know that they know that we're looking at them.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, I do have friends that live in Detroit and in Canada, close in Toronto, and other parts of Canada, so that they all, they're like, what in the world is going on?
But the problem is that they are not. But the problem is that they are not. FAC, my bad. That they are not only in US, my bad.
Canada?
Yes, in Canada. They spread to all around, I don't want to say all around the world, definitely not. That's not true. But to all kind of world, it's like, what the heck? It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it was, but I talked to someone recently, and they started talking about a person that they were communicating with, and it didn't seem right. They said in the conversation, it was very weird.
What do you mean?
Well, Android-like. They said it was Android-like.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember where that was because I talked to so many different people per week. And sometimes, I don't know, you have to write these things down, but I can't, private sessions are private sessions.
Okay. I mean,
But
it's not okay, but I get what you.
yeah. So do you have anything to say about it, or an update, or because we talked a lot about it and people want to know
Want to know about what?
the progression of what's going on in Detroit and also the FAC in Canada.
That's a problem because no, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, nobody knows what is exactly going on in Detroit. Nobody knows because new cars. I'm talking about new cars are starting to produce in Detroit. New cars from GM concern, help me, General Motors concern, and that's a problem. It is not about Industry 4.0. This industry when everything is pointing, my bad, connected all together via Wi-Fi. I mean wireless connection to the internet, and they are using IP version 6 because it's such a tremendously amount of machines. Definitely not, because there are Androids, and that's a problem. More alive stuff than like AI stuff. More, I am talking about 70, maybe 75%. So they have actual feelings or something, and this is the problem. Not simulated.
No.
Actual feeling, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
And they are cooperating and gaining the info, actual info about real deal of simulated life of normal people. And I'm not kidding you, normal people's life, and they are getting all those info gained from the people to FAC. And the problem is that they transformed from C like Canada, right, to C like Commonwealth since last Prince Harry visit.
Yeah, last summer.
We found it out, and it was like, what the heck? Because once it was only in Canada, I mean, okay, bad news bears, as especially young people like to say it, but FAC like Commonwealth, oh, that's bad. That's really, really bad.
How much have they taken over? I mean, what are we dealing with at this point?
What do you mean? I mean, you mean like amounts of soldier, or maybe percentage of Canadian land, or I don't know exactly.
Any of the above.
Okay, so we are talking about now, and that's really big problem. We are talking about 20 millions of soldiers. It's crazy. That's crazy. They are hiding, and they are all around the Canada.
They dressed as civilians. They look like regular people.
No.
Or they look like military. No, I'm asking how they're blending in.
No, you are not right. Actually, there is no, I don't know, like 33, maybe 35 millions of intelligent beings, if you want to call it this way, in Canada. There is 55, almost 60 millions of intelligent beings in the Canada. And they are invading US from the north. from Canadian point of view, from the south, because Canada is,
Right.
from U.S. Point of view, in the north, sorry, in the, yes, I'm talking to the truth, from the north
Yeah, so
side.
southern part of Canada going into, well, that would be coming from where, Toronto or
Yeah,
other
yeah.
parts, yeah,
Toronto,
Ottawa,
yeah,
Montreal.
Montreal, Ottawa, yeah, you are right. And nobody sees them. Nobody.
Are they invisible or are
Yeah,
they?
yeah. Are they?
Oh, okay, so
They are.
they're
They
off
are.
dimension.
They are visible for. And for example, they are using the same shit. It looks. Of course, they are advanced. They are still making inventions. But what they can do, what are they capable? It is crazy. I am talking about this new version of Abrams, those tanks, and they are actually moving underground, and they can get to the surface whatever they want. That's crazy. Those underground tunnels and all kind of those stuff.
Are they physical tunnels or are they off
No, no, no,
dimension?
no. They can teleport. And
Oh,
it's
okay.
very and it's very similar, like in this game Metro 2023, or Metro, I don't know, Last Light or something. So in these games, sci-fi games, or I don't know, apocalyptic games, or I don't know, TV shows, movies, they are revealing the truth, but in the way that people will not believe it, or they don't want to see it.
No,
That's
because they can't imagine that we would jump that much in, or there'd be such a jump in technology and knowledge. I think that they can't comprehend because there's no bridge. Regard when I say bridge, I mean like there's we don't see the succession of intelligence.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
and
that
that's
there's a
it.
gap somewhere. So they're
And
wondering
that's
how in the world you get over here if we can't even figure out how to have a hovercraft in our
Yes, this
society.
is it.
Yeah.
For example, they are using this normal look like tanks, and they are crazy as what they can do, crazy stuff. And for example, it's the same like a normal he cage like Heckler Koch pistol, handgun, and they have no normal bullets, and they have 4-in-1. It means laser pulse, EMP pulse, plasma pulse, and this what they can break, or some sort of make distortion in time and space, and they are using it. Not a big deal for them.
They can
So
send you
nobody.
back
So
into time and space, right?
no,
We
no,
we
no.
talked about that. Is that the
They are making wormholes, respectively, some sort of breaks, and I don't know what. It's complicated even to comprehend how it is working. But the stuff is that they don't want to be see. I mean, remarkable that this is something new. No, they are using the stuff. It looks exactly like, okay, this is American Army. Not a big deal, you know. They are smart, you know. That's it.
Peter? What do you have any indication what their agenda is?
That's a problem. I mean, it is not a problem for us. Problem for people they are living there. Uh, they are cooperating with the Fifth Reich, and that's the problem. Main part of the problem. FAC. That's the problem. Are you still there? I don't know if...
Yeah, I'm just thinking about.
What? Tell me.
No, I'm just thinking about some of the different. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, no, I'm just thinking about how big of a problem this is
yeah,
and how
because
widespread.
Fifth Reich. Fifth Reich. Yes. What technically means that this is like, how can I say that, of Germans in the Nazis time, you know.
There was some footage on YouTube of trains with military vehicles on top of them, and it was just like for like hours, just all of the stuff being shipped across the nation in the U.S. And I mean, people were asking what it was. It's been going on for a couple of years now. So
But you mean, give me a second. You mean inside the U.S.?
yes.
But it is not. I mean, of course, people will not believe it or something. But the reality is, at least from my point of view, that it is not a big deal. Really, from my point of view, not a big deal, because it is ongoing, because they misused, and they still are misusing, US to be as such a, you mean, only between mid-step, doing all kind of those crazy stuff, that they are making bad stuff to the countries, that they have nothing in common with US inland policy, I mean private policy, like security stuff and all kind of those things. No, they are doing this as a simulation because they want to do their own agenda called Fifth Reich, and also called like New Germany.
Can we just, I'm just going to put in a quick statement here. This is no reflection against the German people. I want people to know that, right? So I'm just going to, because I think people get sensitive and they think we're targeting, but this is a separate group as a corporation, like, right, Peter?
No, definitely yes, because we've got sorry, we've got a very long comment from German gentleman,
yeah.
from a German gentleman, Wolfgang, and even if he respectively, despite he strongly disagree with my point of view, I like it, and that's the stuff. I definitely don't want to make a censorship, definitely not, because once he asked himself, and he asked you too, if I am credible, respectively reliable source of info, after he was heard the stuff what that I make comparison with Hebrew people and Nazis during 1920s respectively. After the crisis of 1929 and how Nazis came to power in 1933 and all kind of the stuff, because everyone knows the history, and the 1939 the Second World War started and all kind of those things. And that's because, once again, I highly respect his opinion. and I will respect him, and with all kind of respect to him, I will I will enlighten what this statement I talked about in last, or I don't know, maybe second last show, what I was talking about. He wrote about the stuff that Hebrew people, Jewish people, was how can I say it? That they were in Germany for many hundreds of years, maybe, I don't want to say four, maybe 5, 6, or maybe even more hundreds of years. They infiltrated, I don't want to say infiltrated, that they was able to get into and get along with the German, and I don't want to say only German, but many
blend in and kind of work together.
That they were bankers, lawyers, and all kind of those stuff. And even their language was very similar. I mean, I'm talking about language of Hebrew people in Europe, especially, was very similar to German language. They are calling, they are calling it Yiddish language, and the stuff is that I want to enlighten it and maybe make it more clear, right? That this, all of this is part of very, very, very long-term agenda. And the stuff is that first step of the agenda, respectively, I don't want to say first step of agenda, but first turn, respectively, first try was infiltrating and make it happen very, very kind, soft. This was called is Hebrew way, that they will infiltrating, they will do it very soft, smooth, clean, and all kind of those things. Gentleman, respectively Mr. Wolfgang, was describing in his letter, respectively, I don't know, comment or something. And the second step, respectively the second way, I'm talking about those secret societies, Illuminati, Bilderbergs, what they are, I don't know, but do you know what I'm talking, who I am talking about, or not?
Yeah, like Cabal, or are you talking about Zionists?
Cabal, Zionists, Illuminatis, and all kind of those.
Khazarians, or
yes. P2 propaganda due, or some sort of them, and they decided to do it very similar. What does mean? I don't want to say he attacked me, because he definitely didn't attack me.
No.
But he started to use reasonable argument. No, it wasn't argument. Reasoning, my bad. Reasoning, what means he has good reasonings why he disagree with me. But the stuff is that it was next step. Okay. And the first way, it doesn't work quite well, we will do it aggressive, with only 10% of time. And that is it. Muslimist. That's it. At least from my point of view.
Yeah,
That's
so when
it.
the Muslims came in, it kind of the same process happened, but it happened quicker, you said, or something like
Yes,
that.
and it is very violently, especially for women, and there is, how can I say it, like isolatedly, full of isolation, community full of isolation, and they don't want to get, you know, any sort of people outside, but of course inside the community.
So it's faster immersion into the culture.
And of course, with full of violence. Of course, many people, they believed in Islam, they are normal, they are good, but this also called Islamists, that's bad. That's very bad. So this is it, that he makes very good points and very good, you know, reasonings, and I'm happy about this because I definitely don't want to make censorship. That's the last thing I want. Definitely not. Because once someone, and definitely he will, noticed that I made, respectively, I am making the censorship. No. Oh, no. That's big no for me. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and you know, we're looking at, there's a lot of things that are happening in our world right now, and much of it is, you know, there's the regular people that don't really make a lot of the decisions, and then there's the elite that are making decisions, and the elite are kind of playing a chessboard on our world, and they're taking this group over here.
I just want to make more of those background, like organizations I'm talking about, like Zionists, Illuminati, P2, maybe Freemasonry, maybe you know, Rotarians, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it covers a lot in those, you know. I mean, there's a price to be paid when you join those groups. Soul wise, you sell out, and then you lose your identity in a lot of ways. Yeah, because you have to be a part of that system. But I had something weird happen because you mentioned the Bilderbergs, and I actually went and visited one of the facilities in, I believe it was in the Netherlands, and there was this huge picture of David Rockefeller on the wall, as well as Henry Kissinger, and I was looking around and just, you know, thought, well, that was an interesting thing, because I was around the area and I wanted to check it out. And as we were driving off and we were leaving, I was drawn to this man walking up a hill, coming out, and he was sort of had a cane, and he was walking with a limp. And when he looked up at me, I swear to God, he looked just like David Rockefeller. And then he put his head down, and then his face changed.
But technically, many people, you know, is like, oh, what's your problem? You can get such a good, what it was like? I get it. Such a good piece of knowledge. Once you will get to Bilderberg. No, yeah. and I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. That
it's like, is this the undead, or what's going on here? You know, because it startled me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because he knew that I knew. You know, it's like I felt like he knew that I knew what we were that we were there.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like these you know, I don't know what they are, but you know, they seem to.
No. I absolutely agree. I agree with you. It's next level craziness.
It is. Well, you know, when you first called me, something was very important you wanted to bring up about New Zealand, and I don't want to pass this conversation without you bringing it up.
Yeah, it is crazy because technically, Many things are happening in New Zealand for like last couple of years, and try to think what happened in New Zealand 3 years ago, literally 3 years and 1 month was there a huge earthquake. It was crazy, and there was like almost like 5.9, but the consequences of the earthquake, it was like 7.5 or maybe even 8, and 3 years, exactly 3 years and 1 month after that, there was the terrorist attacks, right? And I've got a question for you. What do you think? Why? It's like okay. I mean, it's definitely not okay, like okay, but 3 years, okay. But why 3 years and 1 month? And try to think deeply, not only just nothing, like nothing. Try to think deeply. Why like that?
Is it 3 years and 30 days?
Yes, like that, but try to think more deeply.
Well, because it's the Christ Church, isn't it? So, or what is it called? Yeah, Christ Church area, and it's a 3 is a Trinity number.
Yes, and it's 37 months. And it is it, technically. 36 months divided 3, you will get 12. It will be 12 apostles, right?
Oh, okay.
But
So
there is 1 month. What is like? Oh, what is that? That's not good. That's bad. And 12 apostles plus 1, what was Jesus Christ, right?
Okay. Yes.
It's 13.
13.
This is it.
Right.
And 13, it's like common symbol of like unlucky, because technically it's common belief that Jesus was crossed in Friday 13th. So it's very highly hidden symbolism. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything, every single part of the pattern is going to make a sense.
So you said that
What? Tell me.
that you said that there were some portals that were emerging there.
Yes,
And
you are right.
You were concerned about that. Because you expected a certain outcome, and now this changed things,
Well,
or that's what well, you didn't really explain to me what you think was going to happen. You said you weren't sure what was going to happen with the portals merging.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Sure. You said the portals merged together, and the ACIO wasn't expecting that because you were working on another outcome, and that wasn't something that you were expected to happen.
Yeah, you are right.
And you're not really sure exactly why that happened?
Yes, you are absolutely right. Because we don't know the outcome. We don't know the outcome.
If is this related to some the Christian issue?
I don't want to say Christian issue. We can call it Hebrew Christian issue because they are merged together in certain point, in certain way, and in very bad way from this point of view.
No, is there also is it impacting Israel too in any unusual way?
Yeah.
I mean, is that yeah?
But I'm talking about bad way.
Oh,
Right.
this is affecting in a bad way. Okay. Also, because a mosque was attacked last week in the news, from what I heard.
Yeah. 2 mosques. Yeah.
Two of them. Okay. So what is?
And 49 people were killed and many of other people were seriously hurt. Yeah.
And what's your impression on all of this then? Is it related or not related?
It is another piece of the very complicated puzzle. We can call it pattern. Some sort of pattern, respectively, very weird ass, very complicated ass pattern, as it was shown in Fringe TV show. Who is not familiar, who don't know what Fringe TV show is about, I don't want to spoil, definitely. It is older one. It starts in 2007, maybe 2008, and it was a 5, maybe 6 years show. I highly recommend to watch it.
So Rolf made some point that 49 is 4 times 12 plus 1, which is the number that you mentioned earlier, the 37.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Rolf has very many of very good points, and I don't know why he don't want to get the B in public, because he has brilliant stuff, to give.
Yeah, he does. He has some really great ideas. He's got critical thinking.
Yeah, but I don't know why
he's a little bit on the shy side. He likes to be in the background. This is his personality.
Okay. It's his choice. It's his choice. Yeah.
Yeah, but every now and then he likes to.
But there are many other good shows. They are trying to to make a disclosure. I don't know, like 44 hundreds, maybe Continuum, maybe Falling Skies, Heroes, Humans. What is actually Detroit Became Human? Actually, this is absolutely crazy. I can spoil this because the game already came out, right? Lost is too good. I don't know. Like Warehouse 13 is very good. I don't want to spoil the others, but Humans is about that. I mean, about actual game. It actually came about. Yeah, that's it. Why are you silent?
I make sure it's silent when you're talking, so there's no background noise.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, that's much better, because I was worried.
Yeah, no, I kind of put on mute every now and then when you talk, so it's clear. My friend who lives in Detroit, and he goes to this coffee shop called Tim Hortons, and there was a man there that he keeps repeating the same information, and so there's been a few different interactions that made me feel that there was quite a bit of Android activity around the
So
place.
technically, he don't like it because he believe that I'm talking. I'm repeating the same info.
No, no, not you. This person that he thought was human, but we think it's an android that he's been interacting with.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Now
and
now it's make more sense for me at least.
yeah, and he has constant music or talking coming through like a phone or something like that. Like he just has it running all the time, and he sits at a table and he never eats any food, and he's always just sitting at this table in this restaurant, and he has like multiple cameras or phones, and like he's recording things around the space. It's some very strange things that he's been doing. And when you talk to him, he says the same story, like a sad story that happened to him while he's around, but he never changes the story. It's always like he never says anything new.
Yeah, I got it. It's technically it's very remarkable, strange.
Yeah.
For I mean, strange for someone who is marking. I mean, who is like okay, but this is really weird. I got it. I got you.
Yeah, and he's it looks like he's recording what's going on around him, as well as he is listening to someone talking nonstop, but he puts it a little bit on speaker so other people can hear it. And when I asked my friend what is being said in this this recording that he keeps listening to, he says he doesn't know. It's almost like his mind can't remember it ever. It's like,
Okay.
it's
I mean,
funny.
it's not okay, but from
Yeah.
my point of view, it's good to go, as I like to say, good to go evidence that they are there. I mean, they, Android.
Yeah. So, and I feel like there's more than just that one around him.
Yeah,
But, he's thinking he's going out and having a cup of coffee.
yeah.
And there's all these other things going on around him. And he said one time there was a group of people that came in, and he thought at first that they were doing like sign language, like people that are deaf. But he said there was something very strange about it. Like it didn't look like normal sign language. And they were all sitting, a group of them were sitting at a table. And so he didn't know, I mean, maybe they were just doing sign language. You know what I'm talking about when a person that they can't hear, so they're using their hands to speak. He's seen some very strange things there.
Yeah, you are right. That Detroit is strange and weird itself for I don't know, like last 3 or no, I don't want to say 3, 4 or 5 years. I mean, since Detroit's economy crashed,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So everything of this, every single one of this thing is not just random thing. It is, I mean, I don't want to say it. Those are small pieces of puzzle of this pattern I am talking about all the time. And it is not our pattern, it is their pattern. They created, and this is not one one layer matrix. It is this I like to say, I like to call babushka matrix, babushka principle matrix. Do you know what I mean?
So there's we talked about this earlier too, about the North and the South Pole, and that is being used to change temperature or regulating the planet with weather patterns of water, regulating the sea levels and so forth.
Yes, you are right, and they are doing it I am talking about they are not Nazis, because this is not true. I am talking about Nordics. So they are looking, and I'm not kidding, they are looking absolutely the same as normal humans, but they are abnormally tall. Abnormally, what it means, like normal people, they are tall from, I mean their height is from, let us call it from 5 foot, 5 feet, my bad. What is like from 100, maybe just a little bit, 4 feet and 11 inches. What means like once they are not suffering for specific diseases. So it means like for 150 centimeters, and such very tall ones. I don't know, for like 6 feet, maybe what 6 feet, what like 10, 6 feet 11, or maybe something like that. So it's like over 2 meters, right?
Yeah.
Something. And that means more, way more. But let us call it this way, like 6 feet 10 inches. Let us call it this way. Am I right?
Yeah. Close to 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Close to 7 feet tall, and close to 7 feet, but it is not 7 feet. It is like, I don't know,
maybe a little
6
under.
feet. 6 feet. Yeah, 6 feet.
11 or something.
10, 6 feet 11. Yes.
Yeah. So
And
they are a hybrid.
They are hybrids from more than 10, maybe 8, 10, maybe 12 ET, what means ET species. I mean, they are not humans, definitely not. And their lowest, very lowest height, we are talking about for humans. Let us talk about it in centimeters. 150 or maybe 153 for what means like 5 feet, and they are like 30 centimeters. We can talk it about like approximately 1 feet higher. So everything is like very similar to normal people, not a problem, but they are way up higher, right? And of course, they have pale skin. Pale, I mean, like the color of skin is very light. Respectively, this the scale. We have, I don't want to, how can I say it, black people or something. They don't have black people, but the darkest one is something like Mediterranean people in Europe, maybe Hispanic people in Southern America or something, maybe in Caribbean, part of the world. And most of them, I'm talking about like 75, maybe 80% of them are pale skinned, would mean like very like almost white people. I'm talking about like not normal white skin from our point of view, right? And they have either blue or most of them, or green eyes, and either blonde or red color of hair, you know. Those
Yeah.
are typical, how can I say it, signs of physical body that they are Nordics.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then there's the inverted Nordics too that look like they're African American or
yes, but once we are talking about true Nordics, they are like that.
Yeah.
They looked like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I had some questions about another topic, and you never talk about this subject. Is the Dark Fleet? What is the Dark Fleet comprised of?
What especially do you mean by Dark Fleet? Because this is a huge topic, and we can make, I don't know how many tens of shows about Dark Fleet. So it is not about it is about like, okay, we start to talk about the history.
Okay,
We have ancient history, we have Middle Ages, we have like, I don't know, normal is, I'm talking about new history. Oh no, I don't like this topic, not because I don't like it, but it's like, okay, what kind of Dark Fleet?
What is their influence on what's going on right now? Are they joined with Monarch, or are they a part of Monarch, or are they independent? Are they cyborg
No, you are
group?
not right. You are not right. They always make aliens with part of the system. They are, I mean, those alliances, they are most powerful, and they created something what is most beneficial. This is technically my answer to your question. And now we can talk, I don't know how many, what kind of crazy, tremendous amount of time about Dark Fleet.
So they're not just on the Earth; they're kind of a galactic.
Definitely intergalactic,
Yeah,
not galactic. Yeah.
Yeah. What is their interest with humans?
You know, the same as Monarch's interests, as Umbrellas and the Mobius interests.
Are they the ones that are trading with Monarch, and Monarch is giving them souls?
You are not right. You are not right.
No, I'm asking you. I don't know.
Technically, they are doing their own stuff.
Okay.
And I don't watch my language. They are doing their own shits. Because they have their own points of interest, and they are not doing any sort of, they are not showing any sort of mercy. No, they are very cruel. I mean, they are like mafia, you know. They are like, oh, everything is good. We can do for you everything you want, everything you will imagine, possibly you ask for. It is like this like white collars mafia, you know.
Yeah.
They are not gangsters with guns, with knives. They are making a mess on the streets. No, definitely not. They are white collars mafia. They hate. They leveled it everything, not like 2, 3. They leveled it 1,000 levels up. That is it.
Okay,
and
so
that's the reason why everyone loved them, and they are blindfolded with the fact that they seems to be good.
Now I've been noticing groups of cyborgs some of them are huge, really, really like the size of high-rise buildings. Some of them are smaller, and some of them are, wearing like all black, but I know that they're cyborgs. Where are they coming from? Is this Starfleet or is this something else?
I'm just telling you that they are, they are masking themselves for specific purposes, and only the chosen one, it doesn't matter if people or any sort of another intelligent entities, they are able to see their true faces. I'm talking about like true purposes of I don't know what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it, at least for today, because I think that once people keep posted with news, that will be good. What do you think?
I think it's perfect, and I appreciate your time, Peter. It's always very interesting, and thank you for your most recent update. And as things accelerate, maybe we'll have more and more information.
Yeah,
that we can share.
Thank you very much for your time, and everyone have a nice time. Keep classy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
You have been listening to Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Ariel Morocco. Join us on YouTube channel Jessica Ariel Morocco and visit www.peter-insider.com and www.readingsbyariel.com. Remember to post your questions in the comment section below the video. We look forward to hearing from you.